Right.
Right, shalom, shalom, Israel. Okay, with the Hebrew Israelite, as you know, for another edification and exhortation and another session of chanting down Babylon. We have to chant down Babylon. All right. Before we start, we will turn to the east. We will give all praises. Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Wadash. All right. Double honors to the the elders of GMS. Because they're the one who we are offshoot of GMS, and me personally and things like that. But double honors to the elders in general who taught this truth. Okay, all right, who teach and who well. Peace, salutation. Okay, to the brothers who are all around the globe. Okay, bringing this word. Okay, teaching the word. Being a vessel of knowledge and of instruction. But that's what Jake needs. That's what the Hebrew Israelite men and women need. All right? And Shalom Wahab to the brothers and the few sisters, okay, who are making the election sure and are keeping the faith and sincerity. All right? So now today, okay, we will talk about, obviously before I start, I'd like to say that, as far as the camp, whether it's IUIC, GMS, there's elect, even in certain camp that we deem not to be really doing the work of the Most High calling, there are elect there, and we are a family. Before a camp, we are a family. So let's be careful not to turn camps into gangs. Okay, it's very important. At the end of the day, I should love my brother, man. It doesn't matter if whenever I should love him, as long as he has the right spirit. I should love him. Okay. So now today, it will be like, obviously in my last video, I spoke about, the situation that happened with certain brothers in GMS and things like that. But I said I was gonna, go into it. But the Spirit had me doing something else. And I guess in my next, exhortation, I will talk about it in more detail. But today, I would like to talk about the elect, basically. Okay? I would like to talk about the fact that we represent the sacrifice. When they come in this truth, you are a sacrifice. That's why you will find yourself having a lot of situation, man. Some brothers are sickly, some brothers are lonely, some brothers deal with a lot of situation in Babylon. Why? Because the Most High chose you to be a sacrifice. Okay, so before we start, Ralph, can you pick up Isaiah 5 and 53? Everybody will read today, man. Everyone will read. Pick up Isaiah 53, but we'll go to deep things today. So the title of this session is "The Hopeful Elect is a Living Sacrifice." So we are living sacrifice. Okay? Yes, read Isaiah 43 from 1 to 7 or something, 7 or 8. Right? 53. Isaiah 53.
This is Isaiah chapter 53, starting at verse 1.
Right.
Who have believed our report,
Right.
and to whom is the arm of Yahweh revealed?
Right.
For he shall grow up before him as a tender plant.
Right. So who shall believe our report? When Yahushua came on the scene, a lot of people didn't believe him, And if you notice, when he was about to be crucified, the people, was the free. What was his name? Barnabas.
I'm not sure what his name was, but he was a robber.
Right. It was a robber.
Barabbas.
Barabbas that got freed, right?
Yeah.
So they were willing to let a robber go free, or a man
Not
that
just a robber, a murderer.
a murderer that went free. They were willing to let him go free, but then let Yahushua, be crucified, man. Okay, and that's our people. And I say, may his blood. All right, and then when you ready, let him read it, and bring your precept. And then it was ready to do what? They were ready to say, let his blood fall on us and our children, man. So guess what? That the blood is speaking, man. That's what Jacob catching. A lot of people you see catching hell in the ghettos of America, the ghettos of the Caribbean, the West Africa, all over the globe, catching hell. Those are the people, man. They don't want to hear about Yahushua. They are the children. They are the people that come back. The blood is on them, man. As a curse, you have a precept. All right, carry on.
And also, that same vibration is pervasive today, where we say free this guy or free that guy.
Right. That's
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're in prison for 20 years for committing murder, or they're in prison for committing fraud or doing all manner of wickedness, and we're saying free this guy and free that guy all over our social media, all over our Snapchat, all over our Instagram is the same type of vibration. We want to free the criminals. We want to free the criminals and keep the righteous in prison.
Right. But he's a killer though. But he be murder, he put a lot of people to death, but then he free the guys then. You know? Free Killy.
Right.
But Killy was a killer, man.
Yeah.
Killy put a lot of family into pain. But free, man, this is a name that I'm using it. And that's what they gang, when they see each other, yo, what's up, Killy? What's up, my Killy? Everything about murder, but anyway, that's beside the point. But the point is, you know, Yahweh Shai went through hell, man. Because why? Because it was ordained for him to go through hell. The Most High has a way of making or looking at you going through pain, and that's when he's happy. There's nothing we can do. Can we question him and question as to why he does that? Carry on, man.
For he shall grow up before him as a tender plant,
Right.
and as a root out of a dry ground.
Right. Well, like a Pac say, the rose that grew, you know, from the country. You know, Yahweh Shai, he came from humble beginnings, man. He came normal. The Bible says in Hebrew that he made himself, he was an angel that made himself immortal, just so that he can, you know, accomplish the mission that he came to accomplish, man. Okay? Carry on.
He have no form, nor comeliness.
Right, he had no form, no comeliness. Doesn't mean that he wasn't king. Jake is beautiful out here, man. They're handsome. It just like mean that he wasn't a man of reputation like that. You know, he wasn't like, you know how when you see Drake, oh, Drake, you can be with your wife. She will see Drake, she will lose her mind. He wasn't something like that. He wasn't known everywhere like love. Men of the Lord are hating. Sometimes you go to certain places and people don't like you for no reason, man. You know why? Because you got a precept? I'm gonna bring it out.
The Spirit of the Lord is upon me.
Speak louder.
The Spirit of the Lord is upon me.
Right.
Because the Lord had appointed me to preach good tidings
Right.
to the meek.
Right.
He had sent me to bind up the brokenhearted,
Right.
to proclaim liberty.
You're broken hearted,
captives.
man. Look, so Yahweh Shai came for the broken hearted, man. So if you see yourself suffering and you're in the truth, yes. The physician comes for the one that need medicine. He doesn't come for the one that's well. So the elect are catching hell. To me, it makes sense that we catch hell. To me, it makes sense that we catch hell. I'm not an apologist, you know, to catching hell in Babylon, but it's okay we catch hell because of the future rulership. You're going to be ruling forever. You're going to be wearing crown. You're going to be blessed. Balance. Carry on.
To proclaim liberty to the captives and the opening of the prison
Right.
to them that are bound, to him the acceptable year of the Lord and the day of vengeance of our God, to comfort all that mourn.
That's right. To comfort all that mourn. We are mourning, man. We are people who mourn. A lot of people, you know, a lot of us don't have anything, man. You got chicks that don't have people. Your parents got the people don't even check on you. You feel on your own in Babylon, man. To be honest with you, we're gonna have to learn to love each other because we all we got, really. We're gonna have to learn to form some sort of spiritual clique where we can help each other. We can love. Obviously, for the time being, we don't have time because we work, we got things, but we have to love each other, man. That's the game, so to speak. You know? Carry on, my brother.
And when we shall see him, there is no beauty that we should desire. There is no beauty that we should desire him.
Right, so like I said, I give the analogy of Drake. Carry on.
He is despised and rejected of men.
Right, because when you're in this truth, you're going to be despised and rejected of your own people because they don't understand you, man. And your energy is different from their energy. They've got the left hand side vibration, you got the right hand side vibration, man. Can the light coexist with darkness? So when you enter the place, people don't even know why they hate you. But they hate you. They'll be like, I don't like this guy. I don't like him. Carry on.
A man of sorrows.
A man of sorrow, man. Hey, we got sorrow. We got real sorrow, man. How many of us cry sometime at home on the own? Be real. Do you cry sometime? You don't cry anymore. See, you know why? Because the pain is so much that you can't cry. Do you know that? The pain is so much that you can't cry. You got Babylon desensitize you. The pain, when it get too painful at some point, you don't feel it anymore. You see what I'm saying? That's even the better statement when you say I can't cry. Okay? Carry on. You go through pain, man. Man, we are men of sorrows. Carry on, Malak.
And acquainted with grief.
Right. A lot of things goes wrong in our life. We always ask ourselves certain questions as to why we're going through certain things, man. Why is it like that? Why am I catching hell? Why am I not having a normal life like my brother? But hey, it's prophesied. Because your king, the king of all kings, that's what he went through when he came on earth. But the Bible says the servant is not higher than the master. So if Yahushua went through that, you think you weren't gonna go through that? Of course you will go through pain. That's just how it is. Carry on.
And we hid, as it were, our faces from him. He was despised, and we esteemed him not.
Right. He was despised, and we esteemed him not. That's why they wanted to kill him. He wasn't liked by the Pharisees, by some of the Pharisees. Only few Pharisees liked him. But the rest, they was conspiring against him because they say that if we let this guy, he's going to convince everyone. And very soon we're going to lose our office because they were working for the Romans. They were corrupting the laws and the ways of the Hebrew Israelite in Jerusalem because they were in coercion with Rome. But Yahushua was represent a threat. We represent a threat to this elite, man. You see us like that in corners, like a bunch of losers. When the elite see us through the cameras, they see something different. Don't look at these people and think that we're doing something very valuable. Only the elite understand that. These people are dead men working, they don't know nothing. We are a threat to this society, man. Because we're coming with a new order. And I'm not ready for it. You want to read that quickly before I carry on? Read it out loud.
All they that see me laugh me to scorn.
Right, all that see me laugh me to scorn, man. So that means they don't take us serious when they see us in the corners. We think a bunch of waste men and a bunch of losers. But they don't understand that we're the prophet of the end time. We're coming to announce the end of this kingdom and the coming of the new kingdom. But they don't know that. Because the Most High hasn't opened their eyes to see what's really going on. Carry on.
They shout out the lip. They shake their head, say.
They shake their head. Let me tell you something. When some people, when they see you, people that you work with, people that you live with, your neighbors, your friend, when they see you, they might not tell you that, but they shake their head. Then they look at this guy turn out to be. Wearing some funny garment in the street, talking shit. That's how they see you, you know.
I know.
Carry on.
He trusted on the Lord that he would deliver him.
Right, so we trust on the Lord that he would deliver us, though no one believes what we're preaching, but we have faith that and also prophecies are kind of like, you know, telling us something, because everything we're talking about is being materialized. But from their perspective, we chatting a bunch of ish, a bunch of BS. Carry on.
Let him deliver him, see it, be delighted in him.
Right. Carry on.
Verse 10. I was cast upon thee from the womb. Thou art my God from my mother's belly.
Right, so, you know, the children of the Most High, we rejected, and the elect we rejected, and the elect, you know, you got scoffers coming around us. They don't come as mad because they know what time it is in the spirit. But a lot of them used to bother us. In Brixton, we used to go to war every Saturday or something. You know the scoffers, man, yeah.
For dogs have come past me.
Right.
The assembly of the wicked have enclosed me. They pierced my hand.
Right, and that's one of the prophecy as to the brother did a video teaching about that. to prove that, you know, Yahweh shall prophesy, you know, about in the Bible, and that's one of the verses that prove to him,
Psalms
prove to us that.
22.
Can you read? You got more?
16.
Okay, yeah, that's it. Carry on.
But he was wounded,
Read loud.
smitten of Yahweh and afflicted.
Right.
But he was wounded for our transgressions.
But he was wounded for our transgression, yeah?
He was bruised for our iniquity.
Right, so Yahweh Shai was bruised for our iniquity. So that means it was a living sacrifice. Go to Romans 12 and 1. Okay? Romans 12 and 1. And read it. You know, like you read. You know? We gotta understand, because we are the student of Yahweh Shai, man.
Romans 12 and 1.
Bring it out.
Beseech you therefore, brethren,
Right,
by the mercies of God,
right.
that you present your bodies a living sacrifice.
That you present your body as living sacrifice. So we are a living sacrifice. We lay down our life for this truth, man. We stop, you know, pursuing our dreams for this truth. For the most part, we do what we have to do in this society, and that's it. We're not trying to be superstars or make in this society, but we know this society, the Bible says that, you know, to love God is to love the world is to be enemy of Yahweh, man. So if you love this world, you are an enemy of Yahweh, because what's come with this world is vanity, and the Most High is the opposite of vanity. Okay? Carry on.
Holy, acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service.
Right. Reasonable service, man. So we put ourselves aside, okay, for Yahweh, man. A lot of us can't even work. A lot of us got situation. You know, we got family you have to take care of, you know, because they're going through hell and things like that. And that's a lot. But we understand that. We understand how we're supposed to be catching hell in this captivity, man. Okay? We understand that. Let's go to Ezekiel 24 and 24.
Calm down.
I'll read Ezekiel 24 and 24.
Nice.
You know?
Ezekiel chapter 24, start on verse 24. Thus Ezekiel is unto you a sign. According to all that he have done shall he do.
Read it again, my lad. So I can read it again.
Ezekiel chapter 24, starting at verse 24.
Read it again.
Thus Ezekiel is unto you a sign.
Thus Ezekiel is unto you a sign. If you read Ezekiel, you understand that Ezekiel went through some ritual. Because every ritual that he's been through, that's what we're going through today. So the Most High used him as a sign. So, you know, now in this modern context, okay, we are a sign to Israel. Because we don't live like they live. We're showing them how it's supposed to be done. The wearing of fringes, the keeping of the law, the rehearsal of the law, coming out there and preaching the word to our people, although they don't listen. You know?
The kids love it though.
Yeah, no, the kids, they love it because they have a pure spirit. That's why the Most High say, Yahweh Shai say, come to me as the children, because the child is easy to be taught. When you tell a child, this is Yahweh Shai, Yahweh, he's like, yes daddy, yes daddy. He doesn't really fight against it. He accepts it because his spirit is pure. That's the reason why they brainwash the children with TV from when they're young. If you look at subliminally all the TVs, the kids show that they're publishing through the media is to brainwash the children so they can become Babylonized.
Like SpongeBob, SquarePants.
Yes, all of those things. Homosexual. Okay, so this is real. So now us now, we have the duty to come out and release that vibration, so that some people that are supposed to catch it will catch it. Okay? Right, exactly. If you weren't there, you wouldn't catch it. So we met you here. I remember I was with the brother Ravan. We were preaching every Monday before we moved to Saturday. So when I moved from Richmond to Thornleaf, then that's when I say, okay, instead of doing, but the reason why I'm doing Monday is because I was doing Saturday and Richmond with brother. But now I say, let me do it close now, because the Most High is calling me to for company, and that's when I'm excited. But not Monday, that's when you were used to come around. So
one day I would be here.
yes, so the Most High has to put it, and the Bible even say that they should see the teachers. So the Most High made it this way. So we have to do it, but it's an example. We are assigned to check out there, man. Because when they come around and ask us questions, we tell them, we say, a woman shouldn't do this, a woman shouldn't do that, or a man shouldn't do this, a man shouldn't do that. Oh, we are the Israelites. We are the children of the Most High. We are kings. You are a princess. You're a daughter of Zion. You know? You're not a Negro. You're not an Hispanic. No, you're a Jew. The pastors ain't gonna tell him that. So the pastors they're on the agenda to further, blind our people, man. Okay?
You said it, sir.
Well done, G.
Good?
You're right, yeah?
Yeah, man. Preaching the word out there, man.
Yeah.
Come and listen,
I love
man.
it. Yeah, I
We
listen.
benefit from it.
Always.
Right, so the churches are there to further blind our people, man. They're going to teach them, like I said I told you earlier, in order for you to know where you're going, you should know where you come from. See what I'm saying? Very important. But if you grew up and they told you, oh, I'm a British guy, I'm an African, I'm a Caribbean, or I'm a Black American, or I'm British. What does it mean to be British? What does it mean to be African? What does it mean to be? But when you know that you're a Hebrew Israelite, then you now trying to go deep into it to understand who am I or what am I supposed to do, what is required of me as a Hebrew Israelite. That's a different dynamic. But now, you're touching down the roots, touching on the source of who you're supposed to be in life. And now you're becoming a threat, like I say, to people that's walking around. They see us as people that don't have nothing to do on a Saturday and come in the corner and chat a bunch of gibberish. But for the elite, who see it through the camera, who know who we are a threat because we are changing the narrative slowly but surely. That once upon a time you were in the world living your life. Anyhow, I used to see you, but now you're right there wearing fringes. That's dangerous, man. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what we're supposed to do. But we're getting back into what we're saying.
Yeah.
Read Isaiah 20 and
And the Lord said, like as my servant Isaiah had walked naked and barefoot.
read that again from the top.
And the Lord said, like as my servant Isaiah had walked naked
Right.
and barefoot
Right.
3 years for a sign and wonder upon Egypt and upon Ethiopia.
Okay, so when the Most High calls you, you gotta understand, man.
3 years later.
Yes, who can do that? Who can do that today? Can you be in Tonif, okay, and be naked? You can't do that, man.
Is it physically or?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Most High, Ezekiel eat men doodoo, mix it with food. He ate men doodoo.
Why?
Ezekiel, as a sign of today, you eat doodoo. When you eat McDonald's, what do you think you eat? You ain't doodoo, man.
There was this
It was a sign.
There was this thing in Jamaica
And the meat.
that they used to put
You don't
the
talk about
doodle
that.
in the mouth
Right.
and put a mask on your face. So you can't spit it out, you had to keep the shit inside your mouth.
Right.
That was the punishment of eating sugar cane.
In the time of
Slavery.
slave time. Right, so you see that's an example, man. So actually, yeah, you had slave for a punishment that you should eat doodoo. But bring that out, man.
Yeah, the McDonald's, in reference to the McDonald's.
Right.
This was even allowed to say it. Okay.
You are allowed to say whatever you want to say, Malak. Just like
You look pretty, you're not gonna
the
help
reason why we were quoting the because of
Yo, Bob.
Yeah, but yeah, there was a Caucasian Jew that came out, and he was saying that when they sacrifice babies or when they sacrifice baby fetuses, they mix it in with the meat. They mix it in with meat and they serve it in McDonald's.
see that? So yeah, say that again.
They mix baby flesh with the meat. So say for example you have burger meat. They mix in the baby meat with the burger meat and they serve it as food at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Baby
Not
meat,
just any baby, Israelite baby.
Israelite babies,
flesh.
whatever have.
Baby's flesh. Any type of baby, huh?
in the burgers.
Yes.
In McDonald's.
What? Worldwide.
What?
That's
No,
the
that-
evil
they
we
can't- They
eat.
can't do that. What do you mean they can't do that? They run the world.
We need to be on the level, bro.
I know. I already know what you're talking about, but
Yeah, but I know you're saying they can't do that, but yes, that's what they're doing. So my point, you asked me why is, the prophet Ezekiel will eat doodoo, and I say, aren't you eating doodoo today? You think the food that you eat is not doodoo?
talking about GMO and stuff.
But that's doodoo, man. It's it's not food.
All
So
types
it's doodoo.
like-
It's all type of mixing going on.
But the Jamaican thing was called the Derby Dose.
The Davy does. See that? So that was literal.
So you'll be working on the plantation, you have no food, and first time you eat something, you see a little bit of sugar cane, you go on. Where the white man see you doing that, you get some Derby Dose.
Davy does. It's the doodoo dose.
Take another slave, come and do it in your mouth, and then put a mask on, you can't spit it out.
See that? So that's the literal part of the doodoo ritual. So Ezekiel went to the doodoo ritual, and you still going through that, man. But I'm telling you, listen, we have to come in this truth fast, man. Check is playing games. You get what I'm saying? Oh man, we laugh, but it's real though.
I know.
This is reality.
I know.
Okay. So what were you reading? Read it again. So my point is this. Read it again and we're gonna carry on. Read it
And the
again.
Lord said, like, as my servant Isaiah has
Right.
walked naked
Uh-huh.
and barefoot 3 years
Right?
for a sign and wonder upon Egypt and upon Ethiopia.
Right. So Egypt and Ethiopia, we mean the heathen. We mean today the Hamite to be as well, because you got spiritual Egypt, and it's the Edomite today, man. So he was doing that for that judgment, and that judgment is coming. But the point in this, the meat of this, the reason why I brought it, I say that when you are a man of the Lord, you will go through some trial and tribulation. Because the Most High is a man of war. Tell me who goes to the army and is not going doesn't undergo pain. You undergo pain. You go through pain because it builds you up. Okay, when you go to the gym, the more you feel pain, I mean your muscle is being the life of your body. So it's the same thing. If you're gonna be, you want to say something?
Oh yes, like the more you go gym, the more the muscle has a memory of building itself up.
Right.
It's called hypertrophy.
Hypertrophy, whatever it means.
Yeah, it means that
Or however you spell it. So that's the point. You want the crown, you want eternity, you want immortality, you want to rule forever. Okay, come and partake in the pain, drink the drugs of the pain and the trial of tribulation that is required for you to become immortal. But even the son of Yahushai, or the son of Yahweh, which is Yahushai, had to go through that ritual. It's a ritual that we have to go through, just like when people, Jake in the world, want to make money, they have to go through certain ritual when they make serious money. I'm talking about serious money, not the money that you get. I'm talking about serious money like the Jay-Z and them. And well, lesser than that, you have to sell your soul, right? But selling your soul is not going and say, okay, Marcelli, this is me, this is my soul. They will no, it's a ritual. It's a lot of ritual that's going on.
ongoing process.
Huh?
So there's an ongoing process.
Ongoing process. That's
First they
it.
might get you to sacrifice a goat.
Right.
Now you pass that stage. Now they might get you to drink blood. Now
Right.
you pass that stage. Now they might get you to engage in homosexual acts.
Right.
Now, it's
The
all-
homosexuality is very rampant
Yeah.
in these that realm, because it's a ritual. So us now, that's the left hand side energy. On the right hand side, you have to go through the ritual, and the ritual is pain. So some brothers are sick. That's what they have to go through. Some brothers are lonely. They have no women. They have no children. That's what they have to go through. Some brothers, they have no one around them. Lonely. Some are catching all sort of hell, basically. It's true. If you look at all the prophets, they're catching hell. That's the requirement. So this truth, that's why you have to count the cost before you come in this truth.
Some people aren't up for it as well, man.
Huh? Yes, because you have to count the cost and know what's going on. No, you might have to face certain things. You might have to say no to your mom. You might have to say no to your dad. You might have to say no to your wife. You might have to say no to your children. You might have to say no to society. Your path becomes very narrow. It's not even large. These people, they have a broad, path. They have many options. We don't have any options. The Bible says, do not eat pork, and that's that.
But when you put on these friendships, there's a responsibility.
Right. Right.
You know, if I eat pork, God, I told you, look down in the French world, no pork, no crab, no lobster, no shrimp.
I love my prawns, but I'm sacrificing.
Hey, you see that?
I used to love it. I used to cook it almost every week.
See that?
I used to curry it up. When I read in the Bible that's supposed to do it, I stopped. Straight away.
Yeah, that's that U-turn.
Yeah.
It's that U-turn that you need to make.
Okay. That's not right. Let me go this side.
Yeah. Idolatry, adultery, coveting, murder, hating, lies, gossiping, being sneaky, backstabbing, jealousy, all of that.
Yeah.
You gotta sacrifice all of that. The people say love, love, love. If you love your brother, you ain't gonna backstab him. That's how you fulfill the love. Yeah. Because to love is to follow the commandment of Yahweh. So there's a lot. It's a narrow path, man. It's a very difficult path that we have to take. All right. Can someone go to Ezekiel 2:10? Ezekiel 2:10, man.
New Testament.
No. Ezekiel is Old Testament. Old Testament, the Torah.
And it's spread before me, and it was written within and without. And there was written therein, lamentation.
Read aloud.
Mourning.
Read aloud.
Ezekiel 2:10.
Yeah.
And he spread it before me.
Right.
And it was written.
Right.
Within and without.
Right.
There was written therein lamentation, mourning and woes.
Lamentation and mourning and woes, man. So this truth is about lamentation, mourning and woes and woes. Get Ecclesiastes 7:1 quickly. Lamentation, to lament means to cry, to be in sorrow. Okay?
And woes mean destruction.
Woes mean destruction. That's what we're dealing with. When we're in this truth, that's what we see. Nothing is, when you watch TV, they're making you think that, you're in La La Land, they make you think that everything's going to be okay, or it's going to be fine. No, that's not the reality of things, man. For us, at least, it's a hard life. Because we're the burden bearers.
When you've been through so much, you become, I wouldn't say numb, but you become immune to it.
But nevertheless, you're in pain.
But you go through it with peace. Not
with ease. It's never with ease.
Conform to society.
Yes.
So once you go through a lot, it's not as hard as it would be if you never been through it before.
That's because the body, the human body and human mind has the ability to adapt. To be conditioned to the situation. You got people living.
But I think we don't kill ourselves when we lose the job.
Right.
One will jump off the building. You might go jump off the building when you lose your job and the income that's supposed to be coming in.
Right.
But we adapt, we change, we move forward. But we can't afford to look back.
Right.
We're made differently from them.
That's right. But the Most High, He created very strong. He created us very strong. Especially then that we go into the captivity. He made us strong. But I'll give you an example. A man that went to prison 20 years. Do you think he's happy? Yes, he's doing his push-up, he's living his life. Well, he's surviving actually, but he's not happy. Just because you can cope with situation doesn't mean you're happy, That's what we talk about, that energy. We're kings, man. Come on. We're kings, but we're going through hell. You understand what I'm saying? That's right. What were we reading?
Ecclesiastes chapter 7 starting at verse 2.
Right.
It is better to go to the house of mourning
It is better to go into the house of mourning
than to go to the house of feasting.
than to go in the house of feasting. And it's to see the brother that's changing. Nothing that's starting. Enough is the party. Is a party we gonna be alright.
Who sings that?
Busta Rhymes. That's what they're gonna be singing very soon. Now that the weather is very well changed with the barbecue and that. It's a party, y'all. People like the party mode, you know, but us, we not in party mode, you know. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't have like a little church session or a little barbecue going on. You can have it. You know, it's about balance. But I'm talking about them. They want to party the whole time. When I go to work, this is for to get dressed and party. Travel and doing it. Yes, it's good to experience things, but it's not about that. It's about being serious. Because how people, the reason why when King David was ruling, the reason why people couldn't mess with us because he was a serious man. And us, Jake, we're serious warriors, you know. We're serious people, you know. But they turned us into some muffers. You know?
Boys.
They made us boys.
I share in our ghetto.
Right.
Came up the slave ship.
That's right.
And you make you have to smile at them. You know you ain't paid.
Right. Right.
You don't want to do it, but you put that smile on you so that to make them feel that peace. You know?
That's right.
You know? To make them feel good about themselves.
You know? Happy-go-lucky. I'm telling you, happy wife, you know, happy life.
But that's crap.
You gotta bow down to your wife to be happy in this society, man. But we're not about that. We're about being serious. We're mourning right now because the king is about to be destroyed. We're mourning right now because destruction is at hand, man. Jacob trouble is around the corner, man. You see what's happening to Ukraine? To them Ukrainian chicks that were stuck in Ukraine? That's just signs of things to come, man. So now let me ask you a question. If in Ukraine, right, they did that to our people, do you think they ain't gonna do it to us here? Do you think that in a situation where a bus is coming to save people from the bomb that's coming, they would take the Edomite and other nation first before they take any take? That's what we're talking about. To be serious is to be circumspect, to be aware of what's coming, and to move accordingly, and to live accordingly, prepare yourself accordingly. Is that real now?
Just got a quick preset.
God, yeah.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 21 starting at verse 20.
Bring that up.
A fool lifteth up his voice with laughter.
Right.
But a wise man doth scare smile a little.
Read it again and break it down.
This is Ecclesiasticus 21 and 20. A fool lifteth up his voice with laughter.
Right.
But a wise man doth scare smile a little.
Right.
You gotta be serious men, man.
Right. Gotta be serious. You gotta be able, you know, to understand that dynamic of seriousness, man. The kingdom is not given to jokers, you know. You know, like everything is a laugh to them. Like me, I love the laughter, but I can be serious as well. No.
Serious. It's like the Chinese or the Japanese, man, they don't really smile like that.
They don't.
And that's why they're in the upper echelons of society.
Right.
Because they're serious men. Even
Right.
the Russians, the Ukrainians, they're
Right.
serious men.
Right.
But when you see Jake out here, you see their teeth all out shining,
You know what I'm
the tongue
saying?
all out.
They're
you know what I
happy.
mean?
You know what I'm saying? They're all clean, nice. You know, all lined up. Some of them are too clean, bro.
I said too clean.
Seriously, some of them men are too clean, man. They're cleaning a man sometimes, and the woman sometimes. Everything is top, because they ain't suffering, they ain't catching hell like that. We ain't catching hell. You know what I mean? Because we are into a mourning state. And like brother talking about seriousness about the Japanese and look at the Ukrainian. A lot of the top athletes and boxers of Ukraine win and join the war. That's serious. That's an example of being serious. Klitschko brothers, they're over there warring, man. Yamalenko, they're over there warring.
Serious fighters.
There's even a Hollywood, Ukraine Hollywood film, you know, producer that died in Ukraine. He got killed, man. Yes. What are you talking about? They went there and said, no, we ain't going nowhere, we're going to fight. If you mean that we're going to die, so be it. At least we died for our people, for our country, trying to save our country. How many Jake can do that? Jake is out there lost, man.
Wouldn't see Mayweather going to war, bro.
He ain't going to no war. And Mayweather ain't going to no war. He ain't built like that. Jake like talking. Jake can talk a good game, man. Look at the rappers, man. You know rappers, they never been in the street, but they rap like they sleep in the street every night. Like they wake up in the street. Jake has the ability. But they're not. So we lost that. We have to come back to seriousness. In this truth, we have to be serious, man. Trying to please the word. You got the Moses said, don't cut your, don't line up, don't line up. You want to please who? The woman can bring you a woman that will like you for the way you are, man. Yes. Come on, man. You have to understand this type of energy. You know, this is not a time to be playing around. This is time to be serious. Now we're catching pain, man. Okay? Let's go to Revelation 10 and 9 now. Because a lot of camps, you know, they want to tell about, oh, let's build a nation, let's build a nation. How you gonna build a nation in a nation that's crumbling? A nation that's supposed to be destroyed? No! This truth has a bigger power as well. Read it, my man.
Revelation chapter 10, starting at verse 9. And I went unto the angel and said unto him, give me the little book. And he said unto me, take it and eat it up.
Right.
And it shall make thy belly bitter.
Right.
But it shall be in thy mouth,
right,
sweet as honey.
Right.
And I took the little book out of the angel's hand and ate it up. And it was in my mouth sweet as honey. And as soon as I had eaten it, my belly was bitter.
Right.
And he said unto me, thou must prophesy again before many peoples and nations and tongues and kings.
All right. Break that down, my love. Break it down.
So yeah, you can kind of relate this when you first get into this truth. When you first get the understanding that your Israelite is sweet as honey, you know. But when you get into the deeper aspects of the scripture, it becomes better because now you really know what you got yourself into. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Right. You really know what you're saying. That's very because sometimes when you get into it, you have you rocking the fringes. I'm an Hebrew Israelite, mommy. Do you know how we Hebrew Israelite? Yeah. Mommy, we are Hebrew Israelites, like, please don't bother me. Mommy, I'm telling you, you're going to be destroyed if you don't follow it. I'm telling you, that's the first part. Rocking your fringes and that. But after now, when the pain starts, people actually start to stay away from you because they feel you're crazy, you feel lonely, and you start to catch hell upon hell, upon hell, upon hell. That's the bitter part. So when this gospel is not a joke, man. It's not something to joke about, this gospel, man. This truth for ours, not something to get. Before you, can you get 14?
You know, you read certain things in the scriptures, you'll read about having multiple wives, right? And you might tell yourself when you first get into this thing, yeah, I'm gonna have 5 wives. You get what I mean? I'm gonna have 5 wives. That's a complete subjection. That's gonna be completely submissive. But then you come to find out that in this society, it's not wife to have multiple wives.
Listen,
and
you don't need characters like a character.
And the righteous women are scarce. So where the hell are you gonna get 5 wives from? Where the hell are you gonna get 5 wives from?
You get one, let alone 5. These women, like, you can't even get. Look, if you want a woman that's, I'm coming. If you get a woman that's humble, hey, all these women that's in the truth, there's work to be done. When you meet a woman that's in the truth, she coming with a spirit, though. Just because someone doesn't mean that they don't have spirit or they don't have a way by themselves, but it's how you deal with them. You know what I found out? The brother was saying that one day in one of these videos about how we should deal with these women. It's true. Like I said, man, I'm embarking into a new thing now where the way we deal with women, we cannot deal with them like we want, like, you do this, don't do this. If you do that, you're never gonna have a woman. If you really wanna have a woman, you have to be wise. You have to be seasoned. But these women are under, listen, they got more destroyed than us. We got destroyed, but we're stronger. They're a weaker vessel. So they're catching more hell than us. That's why they're doing what they're doing. What they're doing right now is a result of them catching so much hell that they lost their mind. So if a woman decides to wear fringes, go slowly with her.
Of course, yeah.
Be patient. A baby. can't even crawl before. After you crawl, trying to walk, don't be fall. Boom. Gotta be patient. You leave them in your room. That would destroy everything. Are you gonna slap them and tap them with their guy? No, you're gonna mess. Why are you doing that? You slap them back a little bit. Come, you know, like slowly but surely. You don't do that.
Teach them. Right.
Teach them. It's hard. Because children can be stubborn. Sometimes you tell them they start laughing. They think it's funny. Same thing with women. A woman that has been wearing trousers for 20 years. She come in the truth, yeah, she's not gonna wear, but sometimes the character, she will be mainly, because these trousers, they put mainly spirit on these women.
Of course.
You know?
Yeah. I remember they do it with ease, man. They're submissive to their spouse.
Right.
And that's how they're raised, man.
Yeah. Right.
That's how they're raised.
I was tell one time by the bus stop, I said, you come out now and beat you like a man. I ain't gonna hold back on you because you're a woman. Now she came to fight me. I said, you come to fight now, I'm gonna beat you like I'm gonna beat a man.
Yeah.
I love these women are strong, you know, as well. You know? Don't get it twisted, man. I see like a black woman, man. She wanted to beat. She scared the security officer, man. Man was shaking. I look at the women, I'm like, yo, somebody, and I realize these women are very strong. You know why? Because they had to be strong from the get-go. Some of them, a lot of these women have to take up the women or the children on themselves. They have to go to work, they have to do this, they're like men and women at the same time. In this captivity.
Because the lie down with bombs, you know? You lie down with a righteous man, you don't marry her, you don't have help to bring up the
But
children.
then at the same time,
When you lie down
in
with
captivity, man. In captivity, man. Them men, they know themselves. They're paying the price of us going back, you know, or going against the Most High. So I'm not saying, obviously, yeah, I know what you're saying. We have to be responsible for us, but it's messed up for us. We're going, hey, when you reach 2028, how do you know that it's us when you reach 2028? Because that is matching us. Okay, we represent, we manifesting that curse. Those curses better, man. So hey, it is what it is. It's the judgment of the Lord. You know, when she met him, she didn't know it was gonna go sour. She thought it was gonna be forever. And she found out that he's weak. He's not a man. He's an overgrown boy. Because you see, when you go with someone, yeah, you go and meet him every Saturday. You don't know them, you know. When you start living with them, that's when you start to know them. You see what I'm saying?
So we're talking about.
Yeah, hold on. Read Luke 14, 27, 22. Okay? So this is the hell that we have to catch, man. But we're going to have that rest, though, only for those. That's why it's important to take this truth seriously. It's a blessing that we received, though we're catching hell. Sometimes you may be catch hell, but you say to yourself, you have to say to yourself, this is something you have to say to yourself.
Light work.
Yes, I'm catching hell.
No, but I heard
that's what you're going to be reading, light work.
I heard that, but I know
Yeah, but that's for the warriors, though.
when it's on top, it's on top, but
My life, there's certain pain you don't understand, man.
I know.
That's why I respect brother struggles out here, man.
Yeah.
I don't want to play like nothing. I went through pain. I know what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, I know what it is to be away from your wife and your children, and be on your own. My family don't understand me. I don't even want them to understand me. Like in my mind, I'm too far ahead of my family. A lot, some of them got money, but as far as like the mental stuff and what I know, they know my level. I don't even want to talk to them sometimes because what we going to talk about? But I have to talk to the people. Yeah, you got to love them.
Luke 14:27. And whosoever do not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple.
Right. So you got to bear your cross, man. You understand? You got to bear your cross, man. You got to carry your cross. Carry on.
For which of you intending to build a tower sitteth not down first and counted the cost whether he has sufficient? Luke 14 verse 28.
Bring that up.
For which of you intending to build a tower
Right.
sitteth not down first
Right.
and counted the cost
Right.
whether he has sufficient
Right.
to finish it.
Right. So you have to count the cost, man. You have to take this truth seriously, understand. Well, I'm gonna have to do this, I'm gonna have to lose this, lose that. But I'm gonna ride it out, man. I'm gonna ride it out, man. Because where am I gonna go? Let's say I don't wanna be the truth. Where am I gonna go? For me. For me. Sometimes when I sit there and I think about saying scenario, okay, let's say I leave the truth. I'm in trouble because it's only fix. Like when I put my eyes and I think about people, I will go back to it's not worthy. Not worthy. There's no one man that's gonna bury me and that's it, man. Gonna bury me, man.
Told me in the beginning.
Yeah.
Blood out.
Blood in, blood out. That's it. Blood in, blood out. But let me tell you something. If you live this truth, most of the time just walk you out.
Yeah.
You might really be on some Isaiah free, the 20 and free on the left hand side. You might really be walking. In West Africa, there's a lot of brothers that walk naked. Crazy people, they're naked in Africa. A lot of them.
Don't know what clothes them up or cover them up or
Forgetting it, man.
just say, brother, it's not.
They walk naked. I've seen them with my own eyes.
Not so much gonna be put the sun like come on.
They ain't got time. People don't even have the own thing they're gonna put to someone else. I ain't on no one. That's how you know that the Most High is the one that put the fish in the people. So what happened is that he put that compassion off the people's hearts. And they see you like, he's dead already. You don't care about it. So you have to count the cost. You have to know what you're doing in the truth. Don't come in the truth and you bug out and be rebellious. I think you know everything. You have to be humble and learn, man. And let the Spirit really touch you, man. Because I can put you to death. Do you know how many times? Yesterday before you came, you know when before you came yesterday, I was at the front. You know what I do? I was there, and all of a sudden, there's a guy, and I don't know, he looked me crazy. He came and he put his hand on the table like, I think I'm having a heart attack. I think I'm gonna die. I had to hold him like that. And then put him on the floor, I first aid on the floor, and do it called a crush call. When people come to do the thing. The man was dying right in my hands. He couldn't breathe and he couldn't see. Not to wonder why would the Most High, I can't understand, huh? He survived. I hope so. But they put him on the finger, they put him there. It wasn't like a severe one. But yes. So the Most High can take you out like that, man. Look. I had a attack where I thought I was faint. I was struggling. I had to go to pray in the prayer. I work in the prayer room. I had to come out. I had to pray to the Most High. Even when I was praying, I was like, yo, at some point I left because I couldn't breathe anymore. I left. I went to breathe. I came back. I was doing, what's going on? I was fighting in the spirit.
Because that had brought me in. Well, my heart stopped on the ward one time.
So, okay, give that testimony.
I'm on the ward, crying out in pain for 2 days straight, and then when the nurse passed, then she always so quiet all of a sudden. She passed and something else stopped. Yeah, she brought me back. She put me in intensive care. When I woke up, I said, alright, God bring me back for a reason. So I pick up a Bible.
Exactly. So we gotta stop playing games, man. The Most High is a very dangerous deity, if I can say that. Yeah. He's more than a deity, but for people can understand it. Yeah. So you don't know who's watching. He's not to be messed with, man. When the Most High puts you in a situation, you're supposed to be scared of. You're supposed to be like, oh, I need to be serious. I need to fear the Lord. Playing it, Most High gonna take you out in a minute. Second, you're gone.
People got to go and do it.
No, but that's not, you don't understand.
I know what you mean. What I'm saying is that eventually we've got to go.
Yes. But
I'm going to be preparing for that for whole life anyhow.
yeah, because
when I was young, I was sick of cell and so forth. I was in the hospital about 7 years. I hear the doctor telling my mom I would live to see 30. So I stopped learning in school. I said, alright, what's the point of learning again? So I just started pulling away from everything. I said, oh, I'm preparing myself for death. I said, I'm going to do everything in abundance, you know? So I think that happened.
See that? But
And I always said, I always knew God and all that thing. I always said, saying, I think the same God from all in the church. I'm praying to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. But they were praying to some other. But when I read it, something different from what I'm being taught.
in Jehovah.
So, you know, so when I woke up now in the hospital, I said, yeah, man. I asked the nurse, I said, can you get me a Bible?
That's right. Straight up. No time wasting on that. So, you know, you gotta be careful, man. Because you want to see the glory of the Most High. You don't want to go before unless it's your time to go.
Exactly.
You know, all the Bibles I have in the hospital is like the New Testament and Psalms.
Right.
That's all they get in there.
Yeah.
So that also bring a Catholic woman preacher come in now and say, I need a Bible. So she brought me a proper Bible. So when I started reading that, I said, okay.
See that? So that's how the Most High guided me the truth. Obviously, people know about mine. Most High took away my family. That's how I got the truth. And I'm sure you have your thing, you were passing by, you like, you know, you clocked that. See the truth, told me that I trust the truth.
Yeah.
And the brother going the truth, he knows what, you know what got into the truth, man. So that's how it is. So now when I read the truth, you know, we're being afflicted for the right reason. Okay? So on that you're gonna have to read, 1 Corinthians 4 and 17, and then you're going to read Matthew 11, you know?
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 4 verse 17.
Read it. After reading.
Alright. For our light affliction,
Right.
which is but for a moment,
For our light affliction, which is but for a moment. So nothing lasts forever in this realm. In this 3D realm, in this three-dimensional, realm, nothing lasts forever. So read that again from the top.
verse 17. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment,
Right.
working for us a far more exceeding and in an eternal weight of glory.
Right. Right, so we're gonna have that eternal glory, man. But right now we have to go through the affliction. But the Mother say it's light affliction that, that lasts for a moment. So, brother, let's go through what we have to go through, man. Because I end the Most High is getting ready to bless us, brothers.
Yeah, glory, eternal weight of
You
glory.
know what I'm saying? We're gonna be kings, man.
That's what I'm saying.
We're gonna be king, we're gonna have crown, and we're gonna be ruling the whole earth, man. Forever.
Don't you think when we die we go to heaven and rule with Christ?
This is heaven right here.
Huh?
This is heaven. Good.
Some people say we're in hell, some people say we're in heaven, some say we're in
No, it's heaven for the white man at the moment, for the Edomites at the moment.
Huh?
This is heaven for the Edomites at the moment and hell for us.
Okay,
when we're in
Revelation
rulership,
21,
that's going to be our heaven.
I know there's a new earth and new heaven.
Oh, you know that? Okay, don't leave it there. So you know that, right?
Yeah.
But you have to understand, when you die, you go to the spiritual realm, right?
Yeah.
There's no, you don't need to go over there. You need to rule on earth because everything is set. The earth is for rulership and manifestation of judgment. This heaven right now belongs to the Edomites. Hell belongs to the Edomites. I think we'll go through it. When you find this,
When we die we go to heaven.
no, when
Now
you
when you die,
die,
you're just going to wait everybody. It's just
Yeah.
like a waiting room. You know, waiting.
For what? For what?
I'm going to
It's like that when he comes, he will meet you. So like,
I'll break that down quickly and then we'll start.
so one from Revelation.
You have a couple of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have it here?
Yeah.
Yeah, Second Ezra 14 and 35. Get Job 3, start 11 to 18. No, it's okay. You can study. It's all right. That's what you're studying right now. Studying right now. Okay? But you asking the right question, it's okay. Because people will be edified as well. You'll be edified. That's fine. So give me a moment. Yeah?
This is a
How many do you need in your life?
You have a precept, yeah? Yeah, bring it out, man. Bring it out. Hey, if you got a precept, bring it out, man. Talk about that as well, yeah? Talk about that as well.
This is Ecclesiastes 12:7.
Right.
Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto the Most High who gave it.
Right, break that down.
Yeah, our spirit goes back to the Most High.
So our flesh turns to the dust.
Yeah, we're buried in it, or we're cremated and then scatter our remains. And our spirit goes to the Most High. That's what I'm saying, it goes to the Most High. So that's in the kingdom of heaven.
That's in the spiritual.
Yeah, that's what it means, spiritual. Spiritual heaven.
But heaven, there's three types of heaven. You got the skies. So sometimes when the scriptures refer to heaven, it's mentioned in the skies.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's mentioned in the condition, and sometimes it's talking about the actual kingdom of heaven.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's three types of heaven.
Yeah, so the kingdom of heaven is not, because it's okay. Christianity is the one that made us think that, oh, we're going to rule in Christ in heaven. No, Christ is returning to rule here.
Yeah.
Get Revelation 21. Let's break that down quickly before we get into this one, and then we'll carry on. We're almost done, but it's a good thing. To the spirit, you know, we got a bit of time.
21, yeah?
Yeah, Revelation 21.
Verse what?
Verse 1.
I'll read it.
Read it. Now aloud.
And I saw a new heaven and a new earth.
Right.
But the first heaven and the first earth were passed away.
For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away. So that lets you know that it was a rulership. You understand what I'm saying? And that's why you can even read it into 2 Ezra 6 and 9. It tells you that Jacob, Esau, is the head. No, let me read that now.
There was no more sea.
Hold on. But when you study the Bible, it's a precept upon precept. So he says something, and I have to bring a precept to explain that, and we can carry on. There's not about reading just to read. You have to explain things as we read, okay? So 2 Ezra, bear with me, that will be about right now I'm going to clarify something. So 2 Ezra 6, alright, and 9 says this. It says, 2 Ezra 6 and 9, for Esau is the end of the world. Now read that part again. Read the Revelation 21 and 1.
And I saw a new heaven and a new earth.
For Esau is the end of the world. So you get that?
Yeah.
So that's the passing of the rulership of Esau.
Yeah.
Carry on.
For the first heaven and the first earth were passed.
For the first heaven and the first earth will pass.
Away.
For Esau is the end of the world.
End of the whole earth.
You're connected.
Yeah.
So that means for the first heaven and the first earth has passed, meaning for Esau is the end of the world.
The first earth.
Yes, that's what it means. So that rulership, because you have to understand, is a movie between us and Esau.
Yeah.
The whole thing is a movie between Jacob and Esau. So he tells you now, read that again.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I saw a new heaven and a new earth.
Right.
For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away.
So the rulership of the Edomites is passed away. Carry on.
And there was no more sea.
Right. Carry on.
And I, John, saw the holy city,
Right.
New Jerusalem, coming down from God,
Right.
out of heaven,
Right.
prepared as a bride,
Coming
adorned
down.
for her husband.
Coming down.
From God.
So it's coming down on earth. So heaven, the kingdom of heaven is here. How rulership, how kingdom want to be over there? When you die, now you ask when you die, now we're going to break it down. When you die, this is happening. You read Ecclesiastes 12 and 7.
Go back to the Most High.
Right. But now read Job 3 and 11.
Look, if our spirit, when we die on this earth, right, if our spirit goes back to the Most High, and then there's a new earth, how is the spirit going to come?
No. That one is the future prophecy of the rulership that's coming. It will come soon.
Yeah.
But right now, when we die, this is what's happening. I'll break it down. Job 3, start 11.
Job 3 and 11. Why died I not from the womb?
Right.
Why did I not give up the ghost?
So that Job going through hell, and he's mourning, he's talking in the spirit. Yeah. Carry on.
Why did I not give up the ghost when I came out the belly?
Right.
Why did the knees prevent me?
Right.
Or why the breast that I should suck? For now should I have lain still and been quiet.
Right.
I should have slept. Then had I been at rest.
Right. And then that's why they say rest in peace. So when you die, you go to a place of rest.
Yeah.
Okay? Carry on.
With kings and counselors of the earth.
Kings and counselors. So when you die, there's no such thing as hell. The wicked and the wicked and the good goes to a place of sleep. They're not going to hell. They're going to rest. You understand? Just carry on.
Which built desolate places for themselves.
So the wicked who did all of the wickedness, when they die, they go to rest as well. They're not suffering. Their soul go over there in a new body, a new celestial body, and they are rest. They're rest over there. You understand what I'm saying? Carry on.
Or with princes that had gold,
right,
who filled their houses with silver,
right,
or as an hidden and timely birth, I had not been,
right,
as infants which never saw light.
Right.
There the wicked cease from troubling.
Yeah, the wicked cease from troubling. So there's no trouble, there's peace over there.
But why would the wicked? And then no rest for the wicked though. Hold on.
No, on this earth, you mean that the wicked rest because you always go through pain and situation like that. That's what it means. But then when you die, you're resting.
When you die, body stays on the earth.
Yeah. The spirit goes for there.
Goes to the Most High.
Yes.
Then obviously, then like resurrected. No, not resurrected. Judge or the Father.
I will explain that.
He's gonna either send you to heaven or hell.
That's right. I'm gonna explain it to you. Carry on.
And there the weary be at rest.
And there the weary be at rest. Okay? Is there any more on that?
There the prisoners rest together.
There the prisoners rest together.
They hear not the voice of the oppressor.
They hear not the voice of the oppressor. So when you're over there, there's no more oppression, man. When Jake died in the street, when I go over there, there's no goons over there. The goons are resting. They're in a different mode. Everything is peaceful. The wicked dwell with the weak, the good guy. They're all together. Carry on.
The small and great are there.
The small and great are there. There's no difference. There's no differentiation. Carry on.
Was it justice? Was it justice?
Coming.
And the servant is free from his master.
And the servant is free from his masters. Okay. Now can you go to Ecclesiastes 3:16? Now we're gonna break it down. Now you ask me, where is the judgment?
Justice.
Where's the justice? That's what you're asking.
There's no wicked in the earth.
Right. That's what we're going now. Okay, now we're gonna break it down to you. You're gonna understand what's going on. Okay?
Okay, I like that.
Ecclesiastes 3:16. And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment.
Right. And moreover, I saw under the sun, the earth, so like the place of what?
Judgment.
Right. So this is where the judgment takes place. Just like when you commit murder, you go to the judgment place, which is the court. And then the place where you actually live the judgment is in prison. So the earth is the prison, right? Carry on.
The earth.
Yeah, the earth is where the judgment takes place. That's what he says.
That wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there.
Right.
I said in mine heart, Yahweh shall judge the righteous and the wicked, for there is a time there for every purpose and for every work.
That's right. So now read 2 Ezra 14 and 35 and read it slow and loud so you can understand what's happening.
2 Ezra 14:35. For after death shall the judgment come.
For after death shall the judgment come. That's what you say. You say you go over there, God judge you, and then he place you either into paradise or to hell, right?
Then shall when we shall live again.
Read that for the top, read that for the top.
For after death shall the judgment come.
Right.
When we shall live again.
Where we shall live again. So that means you're coming back to earth. Reincarnation. You come back to a body again on earth. And then you're going to leave out the judgment. Carry on.
And then shall the names of the righteous be
And then
manifest.
shall the name of the righteous. Basically, if you're a prophet, then be back a prophet. Carry on.
And the works of the ungodly shall be declared.
So whatever you do in your life, you go back to Yahweh, the judge sees you, and then you come back as an infant again to earth, and then you play. As I said, people are born blind, people are born handicapped, people are born murderers, people are born in the ghettos, people are born. That's the judgment. So there's no such thing as hell. Hell is a condition.
But I thought it's about hell in Revelation, isn't it?
Where's that
Hell
place of
also
God
talks
reading
about-
just?
Huh?
Where's one you just read?
Well, just now.
Yeah.
In Job 3.
Job 3:11.
I thought that was sometimes when it talks about hell, sometimes hell's talking about the grave.
Yeah, true.
Right.
That's in like a Greek way, isn't it?
That's right, because hell, no, he said like the translation in it. Like the tomb is hell.
What?
The tomb,
True.
the tomb,
Yeah.
the casket, the tomb, the grave.
You got to see how it plays out, isn't it?
So it's different how things, you know, when Jonah was caught up in that big, you know, sea monster or well, whatever, he was in hell. So hell is not a place where people think about it. How can the spirit burn? Can you see the wind? Can you see the wind?
Yeah. No.
So how can fire burn the wind? When your spirit, you're like a wind. How can fire burn your spirit? I mean, how can fire burn winds? Sometimes you have to deal with logic. This hell thing was created by the Romans, the Catholic, to put fear into the people so they can pay money when their loved one died. Yeah, when their loved one died, they said we're gonna pray to you so you can go to purgatory. We're gonna pray so the Most High can take him off the hell. He was able to make money from people, man. It's Greek mentality, but it was a way as well to pimp the people.
To make money off the spirit.
Of the people, like for example, your parent died, and then you go to the priest and you say to him, listen, you know, can you pray so that my father leave hell to the purgatory? And then create some purgatory, which is the place between hell, you know, and heaven. You get what I'm saying? But it was to trick people. Hell is a condition. Yes.
When you go into the Hebrew word hell,
Bring that out.
the Hebrew word hell is Sheol.
Right.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking.
Underworld, grave, hell, pit.
That's right.
Sure, yeah. That's what I was thinking about. Yeah.
So that's what it is.
Yeah, so did you get it? But you get it, don't worry. You will get it in time, yeah? Get it. Let me go on to the next thing. It's almost out. Yeah, man. That's the way, man. Doing the work. Coming out, doing the work. You know, making our election sure, man. Taking this thing very serious. I take this thing I'm very militant about it. And I pray that the Most High put the Spirit on me always, man. I don't want to take the Spirit away because I don't like this world. Yes, I don't like this world. Okay? You know? Yeah, can you read Matthew 11 and 18?
And 18 or 18 and 11.
11 and 18.
It says,
Oh yeah.
All right, let me read this one. Let's find out.
Therefore hell hath enlarged herself and opened her mouth without measure.
Right.
And their glory and their multitude and their pride. And he that rejoiceth shall descend into it.
Right. So that's about the condition. All right. That's about the condition, man.
Hold on, I'm reading 13 first. Sorry,
Yeah,
I read it wrong. Therefore, my people have gone into captivity
Right.
because they have no knowledge, and their honorable men are famished,
Right.
and their multitude dried up with thirst. Therefore,
Hell, hard condition, hard captivity, hard pain. That's hell, man. You get that now? Beautiful precept. Oh, I think, oh, okay. The Bible say the burden is likely Yahushua. Come. Yeah, 28, man, 28 and 36. Matthew 11, 28 and 30.
Matthew chapter 11, verse 28.
No, bring it out.
Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden,
Right,
and I will give you rest.
right. So he's calling us, Yahushua is calling us to give us rest, man.
I know, I've been having a lot of that.
But it's nevertheless it's a burden though, but it's light. Carry on.
Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart,
Right,
and ye shall find rest unto your souls.
that's right. So we're gonna find rest in our souls, man. Someone read Revelation 21 and 4, man. That's what's coming. The Most High gonna give us that rest, man. You know? He's gonna give us that rest.
Revelation 21 and 4. And the third angel poured out his veil upon the rivers and fountains.
21 and 4.
Revelation 21 and 4. And Yahweh shall wipe away all tears from their eyes.
Right, wipe away all tears from our eyes, man. Carry on.
And there shall be no more death,
And there shall be, so we will be immortal, man. We'll be immortal in the kingdom, man. You don't want, wouldn't you want to have that immortality? You being able to live forever, you know? Alright, there you go, girl. Summertime already, isn't it? I know. Wouldn't you want to live, you know, for forever? That's nothing. You die. The money that you make, you're gonna leave it. Okay? Wherever you get, okay, you might look, you can make money. There's people who make money and they lost it, bro.
Of course, plenty of people.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the thing that we're gonna get, is eternal. Eternity. Come on, man. So that's what we're looking for, man. So like you read in 2 Corinthians, 11 and 4 and 17.
Yeah.
Right? Is it 4 and 17?
Yeah.
Is it 4 and 17, Malak?
Yeah. Something like 4 plus 7.
Yep. I was testing you. That's good. All right?
Yeah.
So that's the light affliction compared to what we're gonna get, man. Now I'd like to read before we yes, so my brother, man. So let me read that one before we leave. Yeah, that's sacrifice. Yeah, to sacrifice. I'll read it saying, an act of slaughtering an animal or person or surrendering a possession as an offering to a deity. Okay. You say they offer sacrifices to the spirit. So the Most High required sacrifice, and that's us. That's what how I did in this truth, right? Second, he say, according to the Christian church, he say, Christ offering of himself, which is a Mashiach, Yahushua, offering of himself to the crucifixion. Okay? And another one say, offer or kill as a religious sacrifice. The goat was sacrificed at the shrine, right? And the other one is, the one that really speaks to us, give up something valued for the sake of other consideration. That's what I'm saying. Give up something valued. We're giving up our life for this thing.
Yeah.
We're giving up our dream for this thing. Sometimes we're giving up our family for this thing. Alright? So hopefully we're edified, by the grace of the Most High Yahweh, Hashem Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Tizah. we'll be back, you know. It's getting nice now, so this jig will be out there. So we'll be doing the work. But that's our calling, man. Okay? So, you know, Kwame and shout out to all the brothers who are pushing the truth out there. Keep pushing. You know? Yahweh Shai will be back very soon, man, the way things are going. Right? So with that, we'll turn to the east and we'll give our praises. Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Waha, Waha, Wadash. War on the Shawala. Death to Babylon, man. Death to this wicked kingdom. Woo.